All right. Hello, everyone. We are back. And we shall turn to Journey City and Pitchfork and Tower. Right, are you? So, Pitchfork, you are cowering behind a stripped down and shot up arquebusier. And Tower, you are in the shadows, hidden from the gang of gunfighters in this hangar that is pinning down Pitchfork. What do the two of you do? Oh, also, of course, there is a time bomb that is going to blow up the building below your feet, ticking down.
With kids in it.
In only 37 minutes.
Yeah, y'all don't really have to worry about that unless you get into something. I don't know what.
I don't want to blow up kids.
Well,
I already got framed for child murder once.
now you won't have to be framed.
Exactly.
Look, it's fine so long as no one knows you two were there. Oh, wait.
Oh my god. Love to play games. Love to.
So,
We all make good choices here at Beam Saber Inc.
yep. What do y'all do?
I wanna.
Okay.
Are there still people like hiding behind cover and shooting?
Oh, yes. That's
Things?
all they're doing, is they're all, like, shooting at Pitchfork, who is hiding
Okay.
behind this Avi that is slowly getting torn down.
Then I think I wanna like try to pick some more of them off. Try to sort of work my way around the circular. I'm assuming it's vaguely circular space we're in.
They're sort of like in a half circle, and I think that you've sort of been like working along one side and more and towards the back. So
Yeah.
you've been removing them piece by piece.
Should I still roll for that? Is it a separate roll?
Yes, this will be another roll. You again are controlled. Why were you standard last time?
I was
Because I don't.
controlled standard, yeah.
But why were you standard? I don't recall offhand.
Because of the fog. I was controlled because of the fog, but I don't know why it was standard.
I mean, your explanation was that they had the drop on the group, but
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna. I think that since the battle has shifted somewhat, you're still controlled, but I think it's gonna be limited now.
Okay. And Pitchfork doesn't know I'm there.
I mean, y'all have voice comms together, so
Do we?
yeah. Well, I mean,
But I'm not in my mech.
it's so something that is a load 0 pilot gear is a throat mic.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that and just
Yeah,
just to let them.
I put that in because I wanted to
No.
make sure that pilots would be able to communicate with each other at all times. I
Okay.
didn't want there to be too much of a barrier to intra-party communication.
Okay. So I think I'm just gonna sort of because I want to communicate to Pitchfork to shoot in the opposite direction from me, so that the people I'm trying to get at will think they have an advantage and they'll be more focused on shooting at Pitchfork.
Okay, that sounds like it's either going to be a setup roll or an assist by spending stress, which I will leave to you, Pitchfork.
okay.
It's yeah.
You said one gun is like busted, right? One arm with the gun is busted.
Yeah, it just sort of like fell down, and like this thing is it's basically become immobile as important components get damaged, electronics, hydraulics, pneumatics, as they're just getting poked full of holes.
All right, I guess I'm gonna turn to the side with the bad arm facing towards them, like drop to a knee, and like shoot with the other arm like across my body towards them as I'm not good at shooting. I'm bad at shooting.
Well, you are using an Avi to do this.
Um hmm. Is it? Oh, I guess bombard is long range. Is this
This is far too close for. I mean, you could use bombard, but that would have reduced effect.
Yeah. And I don't have any points anyway, so I guess this is still a battle?
Yeah, it can be battle.
Right.
I was gonna say you'll have reduced effect because of the damage that this Avi's taken, but I mean, if this is a setup action, that's not super important.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then this is did you say it was still at risky?
No, you're in a desperate position
Desperate.
because the Avi is immobilized and has an open cockpit.
All right, here we go. 2d6 battle desperate limited. It's a 4.
Okay, so tower will have improved position or improved effect, your choice.
Okay.
But the consequence, let's see, a desperate consequence.
Oh, Jesus. Also take XP.
Yeah, take XP.
Oh.
What is a good? Yeah, that's a good desperate consequence. Someone has found the bombs and is starting to disarm them.
Halfway done.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Space Jesus.
I mean, if you want to flashback to say that you put on some kind of protections on the bomb, or you want to or if you want to resist that consequence, actually, I guess that's probably what resisting that would, or instead of.
I don't have a lot of stress, so can I do a flashback?
Yes, let's see. If you want
I mean, I could do it after this whole bit is over, but it is something I wanted
to set up some kind of
protection.
like encryption for disarming it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll make it a 6
Yeah.
that'll make it a 6-tick clock instead.
Okay. Yeah.
Buy you a little bit more
Because
time.
I've only got 4 stress ticked, and I think I can afford it.
Okay. So,
Can I roll this prowl?
yes, absolutely. So, are you taking improved effect then?
Yeah.
Okay, so controlled standard. Five. So, do you want to back off or take the consequence?
What's the consequence?
I mean, it's lesser consequence. You'll be in a risky position.
Okay, I'll take that.
All right. So you fill up 2 more ticks. So I think what this is that you like start chewing through your side of the gang, just bopping them on their heads and zapping them, and they're going down. There was like 12 people, and now there's what do you call it? There's like 4 left. As you like have continued to work down, but then they notice you. Like the last person you take down before they notice you, like sees you just as you're about to zap them, and they're like turn to shoot you, and they miss completely, but they get the attention of the other 4 people, and so now they're sort of splitting their fire. There's some shooting at Pitchfork, and there's now some who are going to start shooting at you. But we're going to do that flashback. So
Yeah.
you're putting on some kind of defense to make it harder to disarm the bomb.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's something that would help in equipment stuff.
Just a sticky note that says not a bomb.
I just paint it to look like the wall it's on. Well, actually, you did say it was explosive putty in the stuff.
I mean, camouflaging the bombs to be harder to find isn't a bad idea.
Could I? See, because subterfuge supplies are have props and makeup, which could be considered to be paint.
Mm-hmm.
I could paint them into the walls almost like
Yeah,
do
camouflage them.
some bullshit.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Could I mark that off and would that be that would be a roll?
Yeah, I think that would have to be a roll.
Could I argue for finesse?
Absolutely. That's what I had in mind, honestly. So, this would be flashing back. You were in a controlled position, so it'll be controlled limited because that's not a fine gear, right? The subterfuge kit is not fine.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
No.
and the burden is higher tier.
How much stress is this flashback?
It'll be
take?
1 stress.
Can I push myself?
Yeah, you can absolutely push yourself.
Okay. Actually, no, I'm not. That's a lot of stress. I'll just take the controlled limited. That's double 5s.
Okay. So, I will set up this clock.
Working our way back up the numbers.
Flashback to us because we could use a double 6.
Okay. So, you paint over it, and obviously they still find it, but it took them longer to do so. And consequence. Let's see. Oh, that's a consequence. So someone who is disarming the bomb was an amateur, and it goes off while they're disarming it. And
Oh, no.
so, like, the whole floor that you two are on, like, it basically partially gives way, and so the entire hangar is now at a, like, 35-degree slant, and there's all kinds of shit just sliding towards that side. And remember that there's a bunch of like windows on that side. I'm not like not huge windows. It's not like full glass-sided condo kind of windows, but like there's like definitely cargo containers that are like bouncing down this slope and smashing through and out the apartment building. So there's now stuff like sliding towards that. There's probably an Avi that tipped over and is sliding that way. In fact, Tower, like that bomb goes off and you keep your footing, and then you hear this horrible screeching sound and you look up and there's just a 30-foot Avi sliding towards you. Who knows how many tons of metal and ceramic and circuit board just heading your way. What do you do?
I mean, I try to get out of the way. Like, I don't know what else I would do. I
Good
don't want to
plan.
get involved.
Good.
Yeah, so you're just like diving out of the way?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be a risky standard.
Okay, what should I roll? Hmm. Oh, Jesus. Um. See, because I don't know what this would be, because, like, I could try to do.
It's probably prowl,
Mm,
because
consider.
prowl does
Consider.
cover physical mobility.
Yeah, it does. But also consider. What if I tried to climb it as it was going down?
Yeah, if you want to just fucking parkour over this Avi as it's
Yes.
sliding along, that's rad as hell.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So what you gonna roll?
Prowl.
Nice.
I've got 2 in that, so. What was the positioning again?
Risky standard.
Hey, that's a 6.
Badass.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. So Tower just like sees this screeching like pile of metal and ceramics barreling towards them, and they just like hop up on it and like run across the like open cockpit, and then like leap along to the leg and like run across that, and then jump down onto the other side and like tuck and roll and get back up. And then this Avi just slides along and just slams into the outer wall of the apartment building, and you can see cracks forming in it. So, Pitchfork, your Avi is like, I mean, it was already basically immobilized. You can feel it starting to tip. What do you want to do?
It's time to go. It's time to go. I think we've done the job. Maybe not in the most elegant way, but
The children.
see, did you tell Pitchfork that? Because I don't
Yes.
think. Oh, okay.
Why don't we have that conversation? Because I don't think that you've had that I don't think that it
Yeah.
has come up. So I think now is like Tower screaming at Pitchfork about this.
There are kids. We should not leave, and we should also not let the rest of this building blow up, because there are children. And, you know, child murder, generally bad. Generally a bad look. So we should maybe not do that. Any
Maybe I
suggestions?
should have thought of that before planning the bombs.
Well, yes, maybe we should have. But that was a problem for future us, and now we are future us. And now it is a problem.
What do you want me to do? Stop this building from collapsing? Because I can't do that.
Not specifically. I don't know. I don't know how to get these people out of here. I don't know how to. Because if they haven't evacuated from the half a floor exploding and mechs fighting and all that, I don't know how we're gonna get them out of here.
Pull the fire alarm.
I
Are you sure a fire alarm hasn't gone off from the smoke grenade I threw?
If it hasn't now, it never will.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh,
What do we do?
Actually, you bring up a good point, Takuma. I was gonna say actually the halogen goes off, and then I realized this place probably isn't up to OSHA standards. So never mind.
I think this is a good time to use my move.
Which move is that?
Everybody hurts. Which lets me expend my special armor to push myself to understand others.
Okay, so who are you trying to understand?
The people in the building who aren't fighting, the families, parents who are hiding with their kids in their rooms instead of leaving the building.
So what do you? So what does this look like for Pitchfork?
I think it's hunkering down, trying to get the obvious like stable as possible, taking deep breaths again. And like I think my hands are shaking. Yeah.
Okay. Now, question. How does the stim pack interact with this, considering one of the consequences? Well, considering both consequences. Destroy everything and can't tell friend from foe.
Yeah, that's not great. I also have this belief with Tower that's their hesitance to inflict violence will harm the squad, which I think is this. I think is this exact scenario.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
Christ.
If you want to pull back on using your special armor, I'll allow you to. Because we hadn't considered like these two consequences and your belief and how that might impact your reaction to there being children in this building.
Like this is your exact belief.
And
Like-
as as the saying goes, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Not saying that your stim pack's full of cocaine, but
But it is.
I like using this though right now for the specific reason that I like there's a part of me that knows that like oh they're fighting for a cause, like they don't want to abandon this place, they're willing to die for this, like I feel like I should understand it, but I can't because of the stim pack, I think.
okay.
And that's like really frightening to me.
So, do you want?
At this point, I'm like, maybe I should just leave Tower because they're hindering the mission.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to allow, like, if you can't basically engage with empathy because of the stim pack, which is a very interesting conflict I hadn't considered before this moment for your character build, I'll let you keep your special armor since it's essentially null and void. Like you reach for that and maybe you sense what's there, but like you can't really process it because you're too messed up on drugs. You know? So
It's just a dual feeling.
yeah, you
Yeah.
so what do you do?
I think I'm going to like I want to drag Tower and jump out and like use a parachute and get to the ground.
Okay. So
Can I roll to resist that?
So here's the thing. Forged in the Dark games, or at least the ones I've seen, they don't do PvP. You don't do like rolling actions against each other. You don't do resisting. We sit down like adults and we talk it out. So,
Yeah.
clearly Tower wants to stay behind, and Ray obviously feels strongly about that. And Pitchfork wants to go, and I don't know how strongly you feel about that, Takuma, but I think that this might be a spot where the two of you split up, or one of you, we have to agree to disagree, or someone, we got to talk this through.
Yeah.
Pitchfork can go. I'm just. Tower is not gonna leave this situation.
Yeah, I really hate doing this. Oh my god. And the building is like still collapsing, right? It wasn't just like the floor tilted. Like it's structurally damaged now and it's collapsing.
No, the building is not collapsing at this point. Just the hangar, like one of the bombs went off because someone tampered with it improperly, and so the hangar, like partially, the floor of the hangar partially collapsed to the one below it, and so it is tilted. But like the building is not falling down at this point. If the rest of the bombs don't go off, or if enough of them don't go off, the building will survive.
Like, we've still got time to get the people out of this. It's not like the building's falling down around us.
Yeah, if you want to try and evacuate, I will start 2 clocks, one for the evacuation and one for the timer. Because I figure that those are both roughly about the same scale. Evacuating a 15-floor well, 12 because the top 3 are hangar, but a 12-floor apartment building, that's going to take a bit of time. Especially if these people are reluctant to go. So we can do that if y'all want to try and evacuate. You also still have 2 ticks left on dealing with the armed members of the Burden, as a reminder. And they are also working to disarm the bombs. There's a lot going on here. We can deal with it. And of course, you can also bail. And the bombs will go off.
I mean, again, Pitchfork can, but
Tower won't.
I'm not gonna leave.
Yep.
Well, because with the I think the way the drug works is that Pitchfork's not going to leave until the mission is completed.
So, may I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Perhaps this is where Tower tries to convince Pitchfork that this is part of the mission. Because, I mean, Pitchfork isn't necessarily thinking straight. So, convincing her of the fact that getting people out is part of the... Like, destroying the safe house is the mission. And that is worded vaguely enough to mean kill all the fighters, destroy the building, but it doesn't specify, like, oh yes, also their families have to die. So
Yeah.
if you want to try and...
Because, like, we could very easily get these people out of here and make this building unusable. It could never be... We could do that without, you know, killing civilians, killing children. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not willing to go that far.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, just because you've got a view of a mission that is, I don't know, kill everyone in the building or whatever, kill all combatants, it doesn't mean it has to be executed exactly as you've seen it, and it doesn't mean it has to be executed at maximum efficiency. Things go off the rails, things go wrong, and it's up to us to fix it where they do and to protect the vulnerable people that it's going to affect.
Yeah.
And if you want to run out of the situation, if you don't want to face those consequences, I'll deal with it on my own. But it's up to you.
Can I resist those stim pack consequences now?
Yes, absolutely.
I think that's the logical solution to that. Which is it, resolve or insight?
Uh,
I have one in each. I'm just wondering for flavor.
it's probably resolve.
Okay.
Which one are you resisting?
Oh right, I have to do that separately.
They're 2 separate
Ooh.
consequences.
Oh man.
Am I able to assist a resist roll?
I don't.
I mean, there is the protect action, which lets you resist a consequence force on someone else's behalf. I'm not sure how you would necessarily do that, but if you can think of a way, I'll let you do it.
I mean, let's see how this first one goes and then take it from there.
I mean, I think the first one to resist would be destroy everything,
Yeah.
and then the one that would make more sense for.
Well, the defend action in this case would probably be like the anime shouting thing, right? It's like, Pitchfork, don't you know? We have to. You know,
The speech that
get it together.
Ray just gave,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm down with that.
I mean, I'm down with resisting one of those for you.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna resist. Destroy everything. Roll 1d6 and hope I don't get traumatized.
That's a 1.
Oh boy.
I'm traumatized. I'm out.
Okay. So I think what this is that Pitchfork goes through with her plan of bailing on the mission. Like, as far as she's concerned, the mission parameters have been fulfilled, right? That's probably what happens. And so reset your stress clock, since that's what happens when you get a trauma. Figure out which trauma you want to get. I think that there's probably some very good options considering how you got this.
Here's the terrible thing, though, right? The resist roll means the consequence is resisted, but you're traumatized. So it's not just like, oh, you don't care because you're on the drugs. It's like, no, you suddenly care, but you like lose your nerve, or you become afraid, or any number of things. You know.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's
Of
bad.
all the rolls to fail.
So, Tower, Pitchfork like jumps out of the one of the smashed windows and pops her parachute and base jumps to safety. What do you do? Do you need a moment to think about this?
Yeah, I think this is also a good moment to switch over to the other party.
Yeah, okay. So, Demon and Spade, you're in conversation with the Jovangellians of Fort Jovanol.
Am I ever?
And they look, there's like a pause, and they say, oh, yeah, here you are. We've got you scheduled to come in. Just don't try anything funny in your AVI. We've got guns trained on you. And
I think that that Spade gets very, very close to the mic and says, "This is a corpse moving ship. I couldn't hurt you if I wanted to."
and the other person on the other end of the radio says, "Yeah, okay." And yep, they sign off. So you head in, and there's you can see that there's a pair of wolf avies keeping their heavy cannons trained on you as you head in. And then they just start escorting you. They're at your back. And you walk into this compound. And it's it's a fairly bustling place. It's almost a city. I would say, not a city, but almost a small town. You can see there's barracks for the personnel, and you can see off in the distance there's actual houses for presumably officers and support personnel. There's hangars full of avies and other vehicles. There's storage facilities. There's even a couple of airfields here you can see a cargo plane taking off, going who knows where. So, what do you do?
Quick clarification. Am I reporting here to go to a battlefield, or do I already have stuff in tow?
You already have a cargo load full of corpses.
Okay. Should I have marked that, or does that matter at all?
I thought you already did mark a cargo space on your Magpie.
I didn't, but I can now.
Okay.
Where are these spots? Oh, there they are.
Yeah, okay. I've worked with mortuary affairs before. I know where to go. Sasha, do not have any idea where that goes on a base, but Spade absolutely does. So, Ko's just gonna pilot over to that, and
It's basically right next to their hospital facility.
Mm.
So you can tell because it's got the big. What's the symbol for a hospital for the Jovangellians?
what's the Jovangellians vibe again?
They are an autocracy. They're ruled by a regent in the name of an empress at this time. Who the empress is like an infant, if I recall correctly. They have a sort of
I
might
guess-
makes right value.
Okay. It's probably like it's probably something like sort of Valkyrie imagery, of like an angel escorting a warrior home or something like that. It's probably extremely ostentatious.
Okay, I think I have an idea.
Sure.
I think I think it is. It's like a two figures. One, it's like oh god, I think it's the Sistine Chapel, right, where you get the guy reaching up towards God, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like a figure in that pose, and then there's another figure with wings reaching down towards them, and the figure reaching down has like wings. Wait, I already said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
And they are both in like gold, not yellow, gold. Like it's gold paint on the side of this building. You can see an ambulance vehicle which has the same symbol in gold on it. So.
All right. Yeah, I'd pull up there, and I basically curl the magpie around into like a spiral into itself to make it, and I'm pointing the radius of the knell into as small a point as possible so it doesn't bother people here. And I guess I get out of my mech and go find the officer in charge of that,
Okay.
who I should be giving these remains to.
Okay. Demon, you're in the APC. It rumbles to a halt, and the back hatch opens up, and the camera crew starts to pile out. What do you do?
I think, like, what's their intention? I basically asked them what they'll be doing.
Jules, one of the producers, she says that she's going to they're going to shoot some B-roll of the base while they're here.
Just keep the shooting at a minimum.
She sort of like gives side eye to Frill and says, "Yeah, hopefully that'll be the case." Frill, who does not have a camera but goes out to stretch their legs.
Yeah. God, I kind of want to keep an eye on Frill. I think I go to Spade and I say to Cora, do you have this?
I got this. This is the part I know.
Okay. If it gets sketchy in there, let me know.
I'll calm you.
Yeah. And then I think I'm gonna have a chat with Frill about, like, you know, why'd you sign up for this?
Okay, so you're gonna try and have a conversation with them to try and pump them for information.
Yeah, basically, like, in a friendly way.
Okay. So
Like, swap some soldier stories or something.
yeah, all right. So this will be controlled limited.
Okay. Is this a consort or a sway?
Um,
Can I get consort? I guess is
yeah,
what I should
I think
ask.
that
Okay.
this can be consort.
Okay. Control.
You're opening up to them.
Yeah, I'm opening up to them. Bam!
Nice, a 6.
Finally.
So you have a conversation with them, and it's a fairly respectful conversation. They can tell that you have like military experience, and like they never come out and say anything to the effect of like oh
Right.
yeah, I'm here to fuck shit up. But you get the impression that they and the other two camera operators, Darius and Kelly, they've been working together for a number of years. And they are relatively new to this particular camera crew. I guess this would basically be a squad. No, more of a fire team in terms of mechanics
Sure.
terms of the game. But yeah, this particular crew, they're relatively new to them. Not like, oh, just for this assignment new, but like
Yeah.
within the last year, maybe a little longer. Yeah, you also get that they are evasive about who they were with before this. They never come out and say that they, were like a spec ops group, or that they were
Sure.
Rangers or Marines or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they slide around that particular topic.
Okay. Well, I will attempt to piece this together.
Let's see. Oh, one other thing you do get is that they keep glancing over towards where Spade is. So Spade.
Yep.
So you are moving the corpses into the, I guess, storage facility, the morgue. Morgue, that's the word I'm looking for. Into the base's morgue, which is part of this medical building. So the back door opens up, and out comes a guy, sort of rotund figure. He's got a big beard, and he's bald on top. And he comes over, and he says, so you're the ones delivering the deceased?
That's right.
Ah, all right. Hi, I'm Dr. Massage. I know it sounds bad. I know
That sounds amazing.
it's family name, and
You have my sympathies and my condolences, and I reach out my hand to shake.
yeah. You know what? Don't. That's. I'm not one for formalities. Just call me here.
Where else would I call
No,
you?
it's my first name. Here.
Here, massage.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And
Uh,
you are?
Spade is fine.
He straight up rolls his eyes at you. And as if he has like a foot to stand on when it comes to names.
I definitely didn't just forget entirely what my character's name was.
And so he says he like under his breath he mutters, "Avi pilots," and he gestures and he says, "All right, come on this way." And so how I guess he probably rolled out like he probably came out on what was like basically a forklift with a pallet. And so the two of you start loading the bodies up onto this pallet. There's like a half dozen of them, and they're in just like plastic black body bags. And he loads them up, and he gets back into the forklift, and he says, my orderlies can take it from here. Do you need me to sign for anything, or?
Yeah, I'll get some bureaucracy on this, and co-presents like core like phone or data pad or something.
Sure thing.
Which I guess I'll mark. Documents is what I want, so I'm gonna mark that.
Which you have fine documents, because
I do.
yeah, that was one of the squad upgrades. You have better quality documents.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is nice paper. These are printed.
Is this acid free? So, yeah, he signs it over, and
I think Spade just sort of runs down everything and is like, the tags and all the data information that we could retrieve is printed on the outside and also contained on the inside of the bags. So if you have any issues with that, send a missive to the Cenotaph, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
all right. And he gives you some paperwork to sign off on if you do.
I sign that.
Like using your actual information, or are you using a pseudonym or anything?
You've got me stressed, Austin. I don't like that phrasing. No, this is like the above the board section, so I'm gonna say sign C Bellevue, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry about that. That's mostly me being cruel as a GM.
Cool. Love it.
So, yeah, he gets back into the forklift with this pallet full of corpses and drives back down the ramp into the basement where the morgue is of the medical facility.
I haven't described what Spade looks like
Yes,
yet.
sorry. Go right ahead.
Okay. So my big inspiration for Spade is this photo shoot that Grace Bowl did with Philip Treacy, or Tricky, Treacy. And so their core suit is like part that sort of like gold and black weird armor looking stuff crossed with a sound suit by Nick Cave, and it's designed such that like it naturally like repels the Nell, so when Ko is underneath the magpie, Ko isn't bothered by it. But yeah, so they Ko just wears the mask basically all the time when Ko gets away with it. Artificial eyes, butch haircut, gangly body, formal attire.
Okay. So, you've got quite the look going on.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, he rolls the pallet inside. Demon. When that happens, Frill like turns their attention back to you and says, well, looks like this job's mostly done. We should probably all gotta move on before these juvies decide that they're gonna no longer want our presence. And they start getting back into the APC and rounding up the they tap on Jules on the shoulder and talks to her quietly, and then she's like, okay people, we're done here, it's time to get a move on.
I want to check the crates or the coffins.
You want to check so they're body bags, it's not actually coffins.
Oh, they're body bags? Okay.
So
I want...
okay.
Yeah, I want to check the body bags.
So you like jog over to catch up with the forklift.
Yeah,
Okay, and then
I like pull one open.
you just unzip it. Well, it's like, okay, the doc is like, what are you doing?
Um,
So you unzip it, and inside there is the like dead body of a guy, and like a chunk of his head is missing. He is very dead. He is naked, except for there's like dog tag. Actually, I don't think the Jovangellians would use dog tags. They probably tattoo their ID information
oh,
onto themselves because they are such a militant focused organization.
that's terrible if you get burned. Um,
Yeah, it's probably in a couple places. So yeah, so he's got
Sure.
like the tattoo with the ID information across his chest and across his wrist, and there's probably like on the inside of his lip as well. Probably somewhere on his legs too. But yeah, it's and he's also had what do you call it? An autopsy done. You can tell by the way he's been stitched back up.
okay. Oh,
Spade steps forward and is like, "Give the man space. This is fine."
The doctor is like starting to freak out. He's like, "What are you doing?" And
I have a hunch.
so he's like looking towards the guards, like not the obvies that are watching the magpie, but like
Right.
the MPs that are in the area.
What would it take me to know if there's a bomb in these corpses?
What would it take you to know if there's a bomb in the corpses?
Don't like that much.
Study?
Okay. Let me think about that. Do you have anything helping you with this?
I can do this. I can do this. I have a move for this.
You have a move for this.
You can use engineer with bones, blood, and organs to treat wounds or stabilize the dying. You may study a malady or corpse.
Excellent.
I hate the sentence engineer with bones, blood, or organs. It's the worst sentence.
I just kind of I give Cora a look and I'm just like, check, indulge me. I turn to Dr. Massage without laughing and look, I mean no disrespect, but
After massage.
I just want to make sure that they, you know, that nothing is wrong with these deceased that we're giving you.
Okay, so I think there's going to be 2 rolls here.
Sure.
One from Demon for keeping the doc calm about this.
Sure.
Because y'all just delivered corpses for respectful burial and then immediately tore into them. Right?
Yeah, there is a bad order of operations here. Fine.
And then Spade is going to be operating on them. Do you have any tools to assist with this?
Do I have any tools to assist
Either
with
of
this?
you.
Maybe. Hold on. A blade or 2.
I mean, if y'all want to do this with a combat knife.
Countermeasures from Intel, smartphone, environment. Nope, those won't help.
Placed explosives.
If there wasn't a bomb there is now. I want like some kind of scanning thing, like, but there isn't one.
An unusual weapon, I guess.
Like maybe what I kind of want to do is flick on like a flashlight that in the same way that like a UV light will reveal something different about a body than just like regular lighting, to try and I just like I want to see if the body looks like it's been stuffed with something.
Okay.
Like
But you don't have any fine tools that would assist with this.
I don't think so.
So this will be a risky limited for your engineer to study these corpses. And Demon, yours is going to be controlled. Actually, no, you're both controlled. And Demon, yours is going to be controlled standard.
Oh, I have something maybe. Can I compare the quality? I kind of maybe want to use the Palm computer with useful apps and sort of use it to compare and contrast with both the intel, like the dossier that I got for this particular corpse, like the condition it's supposed to be in versus the way it is.
Okay, I'll allow that. So sure, controlled standard for both of you.
Okay, I would like to assist with Core's roll by with my tactical genius. I have 1 use left on that. I mean, I think I prepped for it by like following in the AV or like being in the APC and talking and kind of like chatting with them. I don't know if if my hunch is correct, but I have a hunch. So
Sure, I'll allow that.
yeah.
Okay, so you're assisting with that. Are you? Do you have one relationship with them?
I using tactical genius to assist without spending.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I have one relationship.
Yes. So a single benefit.
+1 die. Do you need the die or do you need like increased effect?
I have 2d6 increased effect would be better, I think.
Okay, increased effect.
So great effect then. Okay, so why don't we get Demon's roll first?
Sure. I am doing a sway here. I'm going to push myself. Because that's good. 8 stress is fine. And I'm going to push myself for what is controlled standard here?
Yes. Yes.
All right, so I'm going to take +1 die then, and I'm going to roll 2 controlled standard.
Okay.
All right, it's 2d6, sway, controlled standard. 4.
Okay.
I'll take a minor consequence.
He'll take the minor consequence. Frill sees what you're doing, and they are going to remember that.
Just pops up at the top of the screen.
Yeah. So y'all are losing some trust with the DFS. You're losing 1 trust with the DFS.
Which means there's no bomb, damn it.
So unfortunately, you were at 0 trust with the DFS. So you now have a -1 relationship with the DFS.
Awesome.
Yep. All right. But yeah, Dr. Massage keeps us cool. He's like giving the two of you like kind of like I don't know about this, but like he doesn't call over the MPs to come and stop you. So now for Spade.
What was the 2 things? Is it risky great or is it controlled great?
It's controlled great.
Cool. Love it. Please work. Please.
Oh no. 3 and a 1.
Looks fine.
Well, what you can do is you can basically either drop the subject, or you can, like, you don't really notice anything on your initial examination comparison, or you can push forward and move to a risky position and try again. But yeah, as far as you can tell, everything's fine.
I don't like that answer on a failed roll.
As far as you can tell is always my response when people are looking for stuff, regardless of success or failure.
Okay. So thanks, LA. The things that I am considering are I could push ahead and just get like elbows deep in here.
That's what it would be. It would be opening up one of these bodies.
Or I could hop back into the Magpie and do a scan on the bodies from there.
Yeah, you could attempt that.
Yeah, run for your mech in the middle of a tent situation. Sure. That seems risky. That's good. I like it.
But that being the like disengage move.
I
Or is
don't
that
think
not
that's
disengaging?
really disengaging, because that's not dropping the subject, right? That's not
Sure.
being like, yeah, everything's fine here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna I feel like this looks like Spade looking at the data pad, and then at the body, and then at the data pad, and then frowning, and then like unbuckling the knife at Cora's hip, and it's just like, all right, let's take a better look.
Okay, this will be risky standard.
I love it. I love to play tabletop games.
All right, I no longer am supporting you, sadly.
Yeah, I'm at max. I have 8 stress, so this is just gonna be what it is.
Oh, it's amazing.
But I still have 2. I still have 2 in engineer, and I'm still using them. So
Risky standard. Here we go.
come on, baby. Yes, that's a 6.
So you cut open this body with the knife, and
I'm still using like the autopsy seams. I'm not making
Yeah.
new incisions.
Yeah, so you split the seams, and you force open the rib cage and the abdomen, and sure enough, there is some kind of explosive in this corpse, and there is some kind of remote detonation system embedded in that explosive.
Cool. I
think I shout bomb. And
You just shout bomb?
well, I mean, isn't that what you do when you see? I mean, I don't know. We're being watched. Obviously, they would know.
I mean, no, right now the only person who can see what's going on is Spade. Like, you're sort of keeping Dr. Massage cool. Dr. Massage is looking at you, and
Sure. Okay.
and
Can't hear that name anymore.
Ko's the only one up to their elbows in this body.
All right. Then yeah. In that case, no. I don't do that.
Just on a private channel, very very calmly, Ko says, "Yeah, there's a bomb in here." to Harrow.
I mean, like, I don't think we still have to talk to use the throat mics,
Well,
right?
throat mics can be picked up subvocally.
Oh, okay.
So, if I don't think Dr. Massage is paying enough attention. Dr. Massage is definitely watching Spade, so he's not going to notice you mumbling to yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he is distracted by whatever Spade is up to. So you two can have a quick conversation.
This is me checking in seconds before also yelling bomb and running. Just verifying that this is what we're supposed to be doing.
Oh my gosh. Can I see Frill?
Yeah, you can. They are what are they doing? I think they're like standing on the ramp of the APC. Everyone else has got in, and they're watching the two of you.
All right. I gotta figure out what to do. We can flip if we need to.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay.
I don't know if we play this cool and try and like figure it out that way, or if we just like start shooting people.
Yeah. Okay. So we're at what, -1 with the folks in the APC right now.
Yeah.
With their faction, not with the squad itself at this time.
Okay.
Oh, they still like us.
Well, they're neutral with you. Actually, wait. Actually, let me check that, because they are the 3rd Public Connections Corps. Actually, no, yes, you already are at -1 with them. Never mind. So you have -1 with them already, and they consider you problematic.
If we could just double down on that and let it slip that there is a bomb here and that everyone should run. That would at least keep us in good standing with Fort Jovenel. And
sort of, yeah. I mean,
well, I mean, it's clear that we were not involved. That we were duped, which we completely were.
Yeah.
So is that what you're doing? You're informing Dr. Massage and the MPs that there is a bomb in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I think Ko looks up and after telling Harrow, addresses Dr. Massage sort of calmly. Yeah, you should go get the MPs. There is a bomb in here, and we need containment.
Massage pales, and like sees how calm the two of you are, and takes his cue from that, and just like, as calmly as he can look, he power walks over to the MPs. And Demon, since you already mentioned, you see Frill see this, and they duck into the APC, and the ramp goes up, and you.
How far away is it?
It's still pretty close.
I'm gonna make a run for it.
Okay. Let me see. It has not taken off yet, so I think that is a controlled standard.
Okay. Can I get a devil's bargain here?
Devil's bargain. Oh, jeez. Someone panics.
I love to panic.
Of course.
Is it me? Am I the one who panics?
It is not you, it is
It could be.
one of the NPCs.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. So, what do you want to roll to try and
I think it's a prowl to jump into the APC.
probably.
Yeah, I don't think I can justify it with anything else.
So controlled standard.
Yep. 1d6.
5.
5.
Nice.
Are you gonna take it?
I'll take a minor consequence. Yeah, I need that success.
Okay, you're now in a risky situation. So you dive inside of the APC and you tackle Frill as that's happening. And the ramp stays down, and this seems to be an unspoken cue for the other camera operators. One of them, Marwa, pulls a sidearm, pulls a pistol out.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
We could both play this game.
She pulls a pistol, and meanwhile, Darius hauls Jules out of the driver's seat, hops in, and starts up the APC, and it starts driving. The ramp is still down. And Maria and Not Marwa isn't the one who pulls the pistol, it's Kelly. Maria, Marwa,
Okay.
and Jules, they start freaking out and shouting like, "What the hell is going on?"
Sure. I'm gonna shoot the driver.
You gonna pull a pistol and shoot the driver in the back of the head?
Yep.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, that's risky limited because they are higher tier than you.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I have a concealed palm pistol. Can that like improve my position or something, or like my something?
Yeah, I think that'll be yeah, that'll be improved position. So because they don't know you have a gun until the last moment.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to do that, and then what are my position and effect here then?
Controlled limited.
Controlled
Yep.
limited. Okay. This is a battle, I think, or what is it
Struggle?
called? Struggle. Yeah.
That sounds right.
Okay. Butts. Controlled limited.
A 1.
Mm.
So remember, this is controlled though, so you can back off or you can press forward and attempt it at risky.
I will press forward and attempt it at
So
risky.
you pop the pistol out of your sleeve, yes?
Yeah. Like
Yeah, so you pop the holdout pistol out of your sleeve, and you're like about to put a bullet in the back of Darius's head when Kelly sees you and like shoves you against the side of and like starts wrestling with you with the pistol. But you can.
Okay.
But yeah, you have another opportunity. Like you still have the gun in hand.
Okay. Devil's bargain.
Devil's bargain. Frill recovers and gives you a solid punch in the kidneys.
No, you need those for processing pig.
Is that gonna be what, level 1 harm?
Level 1 harm.
At
Is that
least the
gonna
bleeding
will
will be
that
eternal.
won't affect me this roll?
No,
will it?
that'll be for after this roll.
I can't do it. I can't take it right now. No, I'm not gonna take that devil's bargain. So, all right, risky limited. Oh,
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Oh.
a 3. Yeah, let's see. The gun goes off again and hits the windshield, which doesn't break, of course, because it's bulletproof. And
Sure.
Kelly just like slams your wrist against like a hard edge on one of the computer consoles, and you drop the pistol. You are now in a desperate position. Spade, you can hear.
Yeah?
So the APC takes off. The ramp is down. You can hear and see gunfire occurring inside of it as it like swerves around, heading towards the gate. What do you want to do? There are MPs scrambling, and there's some like rushing towards you and the pallet.
All right. I'm out of load because I only took 3 because I figured this was gonna be a milk run, and I think that I shout at the MPs. I just give them a really quick rundown of there is a bomb in this corpse. Keep that APC from leaving. That's what I'm going to do right now, and then I run and jump back into my mech.
Okay, so you get in the Magpie and then.
And then I slam it down in front of the APC like as a wall, or do I pick them up? Which one is cooler? Fuck.
the wall is kind of cooler, I think.
Yeah, I mean the wall. All right. So I do that, and I think that I'm going to reach out I'm like aiming the knell at them. So everyone in there feels very bad. And I guess that's, what would that be? What I want to do is I want to reach out with all of my hands, and I would just want to like grab the APC.
That would probably be manipulate, I would think.
Hell yeah, I have 2 in that.
Okay, so this will be risky standard.
And I have absolutely no room to help myself at all. So hopefully this goes good. Hey, that's a 6.
That is a 6. You jump in front of the APC and you pick it up off the ground. And you've got a tight hold of it. It is not going anywhere. Demon, like everyone except for Darius, who is the only one who is strapped in, like bounces inside of the APC basically as they're slammed to a halt and then lifted off the ground. You are now in a risky position because now everyone is splayed out. What do y'all want to do?
So here's a question. Do we want to cut here, or do we want to, I mean, how are we doing with everybody?
I think we can wrap up the missions this session and then do downtime next session.
Cool.
So I think, you know what? I think that's enough. We're gonna sort of wrap this up. I think I think between the Nell and getting slammed around, everyone's kind of stunned. But I think you having been exposed to the Nell from working alongside Spade so much, you recover quicker. Okay. And you spot Frill like desperately reaching for a microphone, of all things.
Oh, of course.
And so you grab a hold of it before they can, I'm assuming.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course.
So we'll just sort of quickly slide over what happens the rest there, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So I grab it from them and we resolve that issue.
Yeah. So basically, all of you are taken into custody by the Jovangellians. You are interrogated, but you have Dr. Massage vouching for the two of you. So there's
Dr. Massage has got our back.
Good old here.
Yeah, he massages the situation in your favor.
Don't like it.
And so neither of you get enhanced interrogation. The same cannot be said for the camera crew. Things do not go well for them. But yeah, after like several hours, after like probably 12 hours of being confined and interrogated, the two of you are released with the Magpie. There is no sign of the camera crew, any of the members. And you're just told to leave. Like, no further explanation.
Don't know what happened to the footage or anything like that?
Nope. They don't tell you anything further. You can press this if you want.
I'm stressed. I'm tired. I want to go home.
Yep. Pressing it will be my long-term project.
Okay. So the two of you get home safe and sound-ish. You return to the cemetery, and Hopper's there waiting for you, smoking, just standing in the yard, smoke pouring out of it. Well, maybe not pouring, but just like it's lightly smoking.
Excuse me, Hopper is vaping?
Vaping, yes.
Lightly vaping.
Yep.
I quit.
So Tower, you got a plan to evacuate these people?
I've been trying to think of something, and I don't know what way there would be than to just try to. I almost want to try to force the explosions to go off. Like, I want to trigger them manually.
From inside?
To go off. Yeah, from inside. To go off descending levels to force people to start going lower into the building and getting out of there. I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. I can't, like, go run around and point a fake gun at someone and then tell them to get out of the building. That's just not going to work.
Okay.
And I think manually detonating the charges is the only thing that's going to end up working in this situation.
Okay. So, are you okay with us sort of speeding through this, or do you want to take a bit of time with this? Because I can think of a way to boil this down to one roll, if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with speeding through this.
Okay.
Because I don't know how.
Yeah.
This isn't the interesting bit of this.
Yeah.
You know, this.
So I think what this is a single desperate roll with standard effect. And it's going to be related to using the explosives.
I could try to do finesse. Just as a matter of setting it up and like going through each level, setting up the explosives properly and like just blasting them. Because I think that makes sense in terms of what I've been trying to do with these explosives.
So,
in that I'm still trying to be very careful with it. I'm just setting them up differently at this point.
okay. All right, I'll allow that. Desperate standard finesse roll. Oh, no.
no.
That's a
Oh
2.
my god. Oh my god.
Oh, buddy.
Well, I got XP.
Yeah. So
My headphone fell out. Sorry.
I think what happens is you were in a bit of a rush to set these up because there is still active burden fighters in the building, and they obviously know something's up. So you detonate it, and they come down, like they do go off in sequence, but they come down way faster than you expected. When that first floor blows, it's not so much that the other explosives go off as it is that the weight of the upper floors cause the lower floors to crack and crumble, and so the building collapses like one floor at a time. I think the people on the lower levels, like the bottom 3 floors, like the whole building shaking so much and so many and such a big explosion going off is enough that some of them are able to evacuate, yourself included, because I'm guessing you probably detonated this from a lower level.
Yeah. And I've got my Avi in a nearby building.
Yeah. So the building does collapse. You have destroyed the safe house.
Can I?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, am I allowed to choose to take a trauma status?
You cannot, but you can resist consequences.
Because I think, I mean, I don't know. I think it's appropriate.
Well,
at
how
this
much
point.
stress are you at?
I've got 4 left to tick.
You,
Make a resist roll.
yeah, you could make a resist roll to lessen the direness of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's gonna do something I want. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is true. It's a,
Just because I think it does make sense.
so I think that this would be a insight roll for
Oh, Jesus Christ.
for like realizing
worst.
at some point
That's my worst category.
for realizing at some
Okay.
point that this was going to go bad unless you change things around a bit.
Does the GM pick?
Fuck.
Yeah, the GM does pick
Yeah,
the resistance. So you
Rolled a 5.
only take 1 stress.
God damn it.
But that's because more people live.
Yeah, more people do
Yeah.
live. I would say that.
I mean, either way, I get something I want.
Yeah.
But
So I think that it's like, instead of the first 3 floors, it's like the first 8 floors managed to evacuate, because that the explosion you use for the top level is a bit more controlled, and so when the hangar comes down, there is a longer delay between the explosions and when the building starts to collapse. So the people on the upper floors still have a very bad day, and will need to be pulled from the rubble. But 8
hey, job security.
Is that the team motto whenever someone dies? Job security?
Apparently.
So 8 of the floors evacuate. Yeah, mission accomplished.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we get back to base.
Yeah, you you get back to base. Pitchfork's already there. A little while later, actually not a little while, probably a couple hours later, Spade and Demon show up. You're just covered in dust, Tower.
Yeah.
And so next week we will get into your reward, entanglements, downtime activities. It might be a very short session next week, but we'll see how that goes.
Or it could be War and Azaleas. You never know.
Yeah.
Just launch into the next mission.
Scramble.
Yeah.
Should we do XP, or are we going to do that next time too?
Yeah, let's I guess we should probably do that now while what happened is fresh in everyone's mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just do that, but we'll hold off on rewards, trust, entanglements, and downtime. All right. So, Sean, if you could take care of the squad XP,
Yep.
keep track of that. That would be appreciated. So, where's the XP?
Acquire product supply, execute clandestine/covert sales, or secure new clientele. I mean, we sort of executed a sale. Like, we got the bodies there. It all went south. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, I'd say it will.
Papers were signed.
Yeah.
All the papers were signed. It was in order.
Yep. All the paperwork's done. That's all that matters.
Everything's technically above board.
These explosive-filled corpses are now your problem. Yeah, okay. You get the 1 XP for that. Did
Yeah, their mission didn't count, sadly, because I don't think it was any of those things.
Yeah, you guys did not acquire any of the corpses from the Rampage mission. Did you face off against challenges above your pay grade? Yes.
On multiple
Yeah,
occasions.
honestly, since this was 2 separate missions, I'll
Yeah.
give you 4 XP for this.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay,
because
well,
because you guys did 2 separate missions, both of which were against squads that were 2 tiers above yours.
excellent.
We
All right,
make
so that
good
puts us at max. So we get an advance, and we're back at 0.
Hey.
The XP rolls over if you had any excess.
No, it hit the bar, and now
Okay.
so we got the advance, and now we're going.
Did you bolster your squad's reputation or develop a new one? Your reputation is merciful.
No,
I mean,
I don't feel we did. I mean, maybe we did with like revealing the bombs. Like, we didn't.
You did prevent a bomb going off.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you 1
And
for
still have
that.
a bunch of other ones.
I mean,
Yeah, and or like halvesies on ours and halvesies on theirs for trying to evacuate the building. Between the two of us, we get 1 XP.
Okay.
Yes.
And did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the squad?
Oh, in spades, I think.
Hey.
No.
So okay, well let's
Pun
let's look
intended.
at the two groups for this. Demon and Spade. You did it once at least with the essential nature. Do you think you did
Yeah.
it more than once?
I don't know. Like, I'm content with saying,
If Spade had gone back for the bodies, then maybe.
yeah,
But
maybe. Yeah,
as it is,
one's good
Yep.
for us.
Okay. And what about Tower and Pitchfork?
Ooh.
I think they get 2.
Hmm.
Conflict for sure. There was definitely conflict
Yeah.
here that was blood related. I don't know what another one would be.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because like you were attempting to, help your friend, and you were dealing with all that, and Tower was, kind of conflicting with your goals, wanting to save all the people after a while. So I think you both played into that. That's me. I mean, if you don't think so, that's fine. But
That makes sense.
Okay. So 1 XP.
okay.
All right. So I don't
Yep, we're good.
I don't know where you want to mark what the advance is, because I'm guessing y'all will want to
I-
talk about what that advance should be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
wrote it in the operating theater just because that's a space that was next to it that had no taking space. Yeah, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see. Who do we want to do first? Tower.
Okay.
Tower. Let's see. Where's your XP triggers? Did you address a challenge with stealth or evasion? Absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
So you get 2 for that. You did that multiple times.
Oh, okay.
Did you express your history, tragedy, or opening?
I think so.
I think so too. With your desire to avoid killing children, which is what
Yeah.
your tragedy is related to. So take an XP for
Yeah.
that. And did you struggle with your beliefs, trauma, or character?
I don't know directly that I did. I think it's more on Pitchfork's end.
Yeah. What is your you have with Pitchfork? I have to keep an eye on her. She knows my secret. So yeah, I don't think that really was something you struggled with.
No.
Okay. Demon.
Addressed a challenge with calculation or conspiracy. Yeah, I think with calculation for sure. Like spotting the like figuring out the bodies and doing that.
Yep.
Yep. So I'm gonna take 1 for that.
Yep. If your schmoozing with the hyenas had paid off, that could have been a conspiracy, but oh well.
True.
So you
True.
get 1 XP.
Okay, and then you expressed your history, tragedy, or opening. I feel I did, commanding a gang of rabble and scum, because, well, one trying to get in with the hyenas again, like just as like a thing, and then also, being aware that the others were up to no good. Recognizing that.
Okay, take the 1 XP.
Yep.
And beliefs, trauma, character.
There are few the other actions affect the squad. Or no, I don't think Co did anything that I didn't act on anything. So yeah, I got 2 XP from this.
Yeah, Co actually asked your advice about what should happen. So almost kind of the opposite of your belief, which will be good for if you cut loose with Core and need a new one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up, speaking of Core, Spade, your XP.
yes. So you addressed a challenge with technical skill or mayhem. I would say yes, both to twice.
Yep.
Once at the bridge and then again with the bomb.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take 2 for that. Didn't really express my history, tragedy, or opening. I don't think.
No.
And I didn't really struggle with beliefs, trauma, or character. I don't
No.
think.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just 2.
And Pitchfork. You
You addressed a challenge with piloting or violence.
yes.
I would say both.
Yes, you can take 2 XP for that.
You express your history, tragedy, or opening. I've been debating this because, like, the attempting to use the empathy thing, I think, comes from the tragedy. Like, the reason she wants to understand other people and, like, try to avoid hurting them is because she's lost so many people. But it wasn't, like, explicitly stated that way.
Okay, you can take the 1 XP for
I
that.
don't know. Okay. And then beliefs, trauma, or character. I mean, I definitely struggled with
Your belief
I believe.
regarding Tower.
Yeah.
Yep, so take 1 XP for that. And we'll, next session, we'll come up with what your new or your shiny new trauma is.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah? What is it?
It's paranoid, because she's afraid of using it again and hurting someone.
Of using the stim pack?
Yeah.
I mean, paranoid is probably a bit more general, no? Could this maybe be soft?
Yeah, I was thinking soft as
If-
well.
And or haunted, yeah, one of those two.
If
Okay, yeah, I'll put some thought into it.
Okay, yeah, we'll come back to that. All right, so that is XP done for this session. Yeah, what a session, huh? All right. So, thank you everyone so much for joining us on this wild ride. Once again, I'm Austin Ramsey. You can find me on Twitter at NotAnIn. I am the creator of Beam Saber and your GM for the evening. This stream is, as always, presented by You Don't Meet in an Inn, a actual play podcast exploring obscure tabletop role-playing games with a diverse rotating cast. Thank you so much for joining us. And Sean, who are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm Sean. You can find me on Twitter at HyenaSpots, spelled with a Z. And you can... I play sad people on the internet. I've done it a fair amount of times now, so follow my Twitter and you can get all the specifics there, because it's been in a couple places.
All right, thank you for joining us. Ray.
Hey, I'm Ray. You can find me on Twitter at RayRayTheGayGay. Don't do much on there, but sometimes I do. And hopefully it's funny and good and entertaining.
Thanks. And Sasha.
I'm Sasha Rennell. You can find me on Twitter at Sasha_Rennell. And you can follow my game design stuff at tcabbage.
Thank you. And Takuma.
Hey, I'm Takuma, at Takuma_Okada_ on Twitter, where I tweet about rolling crits with 0 dice in Blades. So follow me if that's something that you find amusing.
Okay. Thank you. And thank you all once again for joining us. And
Oh, you should plug the iTunes feed for Beam Saber.
yes, that is true. Thank you for the reminder. The Beam Saber, these streams will be brought to you in MP3 format, which you can find at beamsaber.libsyn.com, or you can also find it at on iTunes under Beam Saber. So if you want to re-listen to our adventures, then you can do so there. You know, take us to work, share us with your friends. Yeah. So that's it for this evening. We will be back next Tuesday with the fallout from these missions.
And what a fallout it will be.
Yeah, you know what's not going to be big is y'all's reward. That's not going to be big. But
Hey, we did okay.
yes, but you were working for an independent faction who don't pay well.
We are rewarded in love and being upstanding moral citizens.
And we betrayed our employer, I think.
Yes, you did.
And also almost got killed by them? Sort of?
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
things are going to be fun next session, even if it is just our downtime stuff. So, anyways, join us then. It'll be next Tuesday at 6 p.m. EST on this Twitch channel. Hope to see you there. And remember, as always, fight the war, not the soldiers. Have a good evening.